Hey all, EC here, and today I want to talk about Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack and how they can actually improve the Nintendo Switch Online service alongside the expansion pack service and how they can do this. So let's start with the obvious fact, right? From what you get for your money, it's not a bad deal, and then you realise the servers for the games aren't the best because these games are still running on peer-to-peer servers, which means everyone who's in these lobbies needs to have a good internet connection, otherwise the games will obviously not work properly. Now, this isn't bad for all the games. This isn't all the games that has this, I believe. But I know quite a few of them do have it. Like Smash Bros, for example, I believe is still peer-to-peer. So by making those games like not on peer-to-peer servers and making it proper like dedicated servers, I feel like that could probably be a good way to improve the consistency and obviously the infrastructure for the Nintendo Switch Online experience for obviously a lot of the games. Likewise as well, the retro games are a nice touch, but also adding more content, obviously more well-known games as well. I know that's going to get harder the more the library grows, because obviously the library is already pretty big. But adding some stuff like, say, Pokemon or whatever could be huge, could be a big deal for a lot of people, and it would actually also justify them raising the price if they wanted to try and like sneak in a price rise, because I know they've been doing that in Latin America, I believe. Like, if they wanted to do this as a way to convince more people to use the service if they're not already using the service, because let's be frank, they already had 152 million Switch consoles sold. Obviously, the Switch 2 is already on the market. I believe it's also like 5 million from what the rumours have reported. So, realistically, you know, they could potentially have a load more people using the service than they already do. So, they could just, you know, find a way to boost it by improving the online infrastructure to make the games actually run better. They could also obviously add more games for, like, say, for example, the GameCube or, say, the Game Boy, and just boost those libraries up a little bit more as well. Adding more content is never a bad thing. It will obviously definitely bring in more attention to the service, as obviously people will be looking up, is it worth, you know, buying this Switch Online or Switch Online expansion pack? And obviously they see the new content, they're thinking, okay, cool. Now, the other thing we need to talk about is the DLCs. The DLCs that are available via the expansion pack, I feel they could do a bit more with. I feel like they've got 3 DLCs. They've got like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course. They've got Happy Home Design for Animal Crossing. And they also have Splatoon 2 Octo expansion. I feel like they could add a few more to them. And personally, I think the one that would get a lot of the attention, personally, I feel like the one that would get the most attention would be if they added the Smash Bros. Fighter Passes. Or at least one of them. At least added one of the Smash Bros. Fighter Passes to the service. I feel like that could potentially bring in a bunch of more people who, because Smash Bros is one of the best selling games on Switch 1, and obviously they are doing a Switch 2 version, I believe. So realistically, adding those these fighter passes to the expansion pack could potentially get a lot of more people to actually upgrade to the higher paid tier, because obviously Smash Bros is such a popular series. Now, I feel like these are some basic ways they can actually improve the service. I want to hear your guys' opinion in the comments down below. What do you think they could do to improve this service? If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, obviously, because obviously, you know how it is. You know how these sort of services go. They improve over time normally, and hopefully Nintendo can keep improving this over time. Anyway, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment, turn notifications. I've been EC, and I'm signing out. Peace.